Nothing terrifies me more than knowing that anything I do or experience could be the very last time. It's strange how rarely we think about that. How often does it cross your mind that the strangers you pass by on the street might not be there tomorrow, or that the neighbor's cat, always perched on their windowsill, might not be there anymore? Someplace, somewhere, someone took their last breath today and we moved on without even realizing it. This thought came to me one day unexpectedly while I was out for a brisk walk in my neighborhood. It was a windy afternoon and I was in the park when an elderly man's hat flew off and landed right in front of me. I picked it up and handed it back to him and he smiled, thanked me and went on his way. That was the last time I saw him. It was a small moment, but for some reason it stuck with me. I started reflecting deeply on all the everyday connections, the brief moments that come and go unnoticed. Most people know me as an optimist, but I think my optimism is intentional. It's not random nor by mistake. It's something I've chosen. Sometimes when I truly reflect on the fragility of life, it can be a bit overwhelming and much to bear. I think that's why I lean into positivity. Some might say it's naive or call it a coping mechanism, but we all have our own ways of dealing with the reality of our mortality. For me, focusing on the beauty in life, no matter how fleeting or simple, helps me cope. This realization has changed how I approach my relationships. For so long, I didn't give them much thought. They were just there. But as I've grown older, I've begun to see how precious they are. People are like diamonds, each with unique crevices and angles reflecting their own kind of light. Some have been buried for so long that they start to believe that they're just part of the dirt around them, forgetting who they really are. But when you remember how fragile life is, it changes how you see everything, yourself and others. Living with a chronic condition has also deepened this perspective. When I'm in pain, I find comfort in knowing it won't last forever. But when I'm feeling good, there's a kind of sadness in knowing that it won't last forever either. And so the solution to it all is to just be as present as you can be. I try to ride the waves as they come, knowing that the tide will eventually settle. People often say, live every day like it's your last, but they usually mean it in a philosophical way. When you really stop and reflect on that idea though, it's actually quite literal. It's a reminder to hold each moment close, to be fully present, because someday, somewhere, whether we realize it or not, it could be the last. And maybe that's why the small moments matter so much. They're all we really have.